Today, we're going to use, think about how you could use feelings in your art, and we're going to do that by making one of these emoji stress balls. So it's supposed to, if you squeeze it up, be able to slowly rebound. Mine has a big hole in it, so it doesn't work quite as well, but hopefully yours will work a little bit better. So step number one, you get a piece of paper like this with two circles on it. You could do an emoji in this side and then leave the side plain, or you could do an emoji in both sides. So you have pencils and erasers to sketch out your design. After you have your design sketched out in pencil and you're happy with it, I would take a black marker and trace over everything and then go ahead and color it. Next step is to cut out both of your circles. The next step is to turn your two pieces into kind of a pillow, and then you're going to stuff a grocery bag in the middle. So you have to take clear cellophane tape and you're going to tape up the edges. You don't want your tape to get all tangled, so when you're taking it off, cut small pieces of tape about this big and then stick them to the edge of the table so that you could grab them quickly. Okay, the next step is you've got to tape up the edges. So I put my two pieces with the right sides out, and then I have to put clear cellophane tape around the edges so that nothing could come out of it. So the way you do that is you take your piece of tape, you put it on the edge, and then you fold it over. As you're folding it over, it's probably going to wrinkle on the back, but that's okay. Just trying to make the front look nice and smooth. When you're doing this, we're going to stuff a plastic grocery bag into the middle for stuffing. So you have to leave a gap about that big when you're taping. So I taped from here all the way around, no gaps, no gaps, no gaps, and then I've got a gap on this side. That's where I'm going to take my grocery bag and stuff it in. Okay, and then after I have that stuffed in there, I'm just going to take this and pull it straight, put tape over the gap and tape that up so there's no holes left. After I get the gap taped up, then I'm going to go back and get more pieces of tape and continue taping so there's no paper exposed. Because if you have plain paper showing, when you try to squish it, your paper is going to rip. So you cover the entire thing with cellophane tape so that you could squish it without it getting torn up, so that the tape will protect it. I'm going to take my last bit here, so you've got to pull it tight and put the tape over top of it. All right, then I'm just going to go and cover the whole thing with tape. Okay, so same thing as when we're using the tape before. You don't want to tear gigantic pieces or try to wrap it up with the tape, because all that's going to do is make your squishy look messy, and you don't want that. So just cut small pieces of tape, and that way they won't get all wrinkled up and stuck to each other. It'll be easier for you to work with it, and you will get less frustrated. So I'm just going through and putting tape everywhere so there's no paper that's not covered in tape. And then after it's entirely covered in tape, you want to squish it a few times and let it rebound, and the more times you do it, the better it will work. If it doesn't pop back up, if you make some tiny holes in it, the air will be able to get back into it more quickly, and it might work a little bit better for you. And that's all.